Kaylin Sheridan leaning one way, a massive humanity in front of her. Swung in, top of the six, great header. Slipped to the middle. And here's the shot, it's well taken. All the talk was about a measuring stick match and Canada wanting to be tested by the best in the world. There's no doubt that Canada didn't bring their A game tonight, and as a result, were punished for 3.
We know last camp was not good enough. We were a team that was hard to beat. We weren't against America, so we have to get back to basics. If we really want to win something, we've got to go the extra yard. We've got to turn the page today, and we've got to start looking at who are we? What do we want to actually be? Let's stop talking and let's start doing.
Yeah, this is like a little runway.
I think we've got 2 really competitive games. You know, playing Switzerland first and then the Netherlands. They're 2 top opponents that have just competed in high-level Euros. So I think success looks for us an improved performance, a collective improved performance individually and units and collective across the board, playing with intensity, playing with better execution on the ball and applying the things that we've been working on this week. It's a big year for us next year. It's about playing more top opponents. You know, I think that's something as an organisation we're really set to do, is how many top opponents can we play across the world with different styles, different tactics. I think that's really going to set the team up because qualification is next year. And that is the priority for us.
And it can be a first time finish, touch finish, you can decide that. Okay?
1. Hey, hey, 2. Yes. Go, 4. Again. There. 5. Clean, clean, clean. Let's go.
Good, Ev. Spin again, Ev.
Here. Now we go. Now we finish. Yeah? You do it. Hell no, you know my voice is Count on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I have to put a massive shout out to the under-17s and what they've been able to do in their first 2 games, and you see the talent coming through the pathway, and I can only speak to Flo coming in and like what an exciting young talent, technically so good, calm on the ball. So yeah, it bodes well for the future, but we have to keep working.
Thief.
What's your shoulder?
The island has gone underwater. Oh no. Never flew? Yeah.
It's easy to get complacent, and that's, I think, what happened a little bit over the last couple years. But to have Casey come back in and drive that, it helps us as players to also drive those standards for everyone else. I think it's time for us to turn a page, and for us new youngins coming in, it's definitely a really exciting energy within the team and the environment. Also to be as young as I am, coming into an environment with such experienced players, it's a privilege to represent my country, and for little girls and boys and just everyone around the world to look up to us. Yeah, coming to Arsenal, it's taught me a lot, not only about myself as a player, but also as a person, just the maturity level, the standards and the professionalism that's within the club. So now that I'm able to bring it here as well, it's really cool.
If you don't keep the ball well enough, you've got to work harder. If you're not fit enough, you've got to work harder, then that's going to affect the performance. So it was about, you know, the message is clear, 15% of their time is spent with us, 85% is spent with their clubs. So a lot of the work needs to be done there before they even arrive here. When they arrive here, they need to be in tip-top shape to be able to perform. You know, we've spent a lot of time this summer as a technical team working on, you know, what are the best formations that suit us and who are the players that can play in those formations. And the message to the team was the standards need to improve. And I think accountability in this camp is about, you know, every single day, my actions, what am I doing, how can I be better? And if I didn't get it right, can I reflect, learn, and make sure that I make a change for next time? You know, we need a mentality that gets the players back to being Canadian, which was their words. You know, I think the players said it wasn't a Canadian performance. We need to battle, we need to have a different mentality. We need to execute and do the basics very, very well. You know, and I think it was about reflecting, learning. It's about competing in terms of our mentality. And it was about, you know, executing on the details and the basics.
You're on 3 here, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds to go.
Live from central Switzerland, it is the return of the Canadian women's national team to One Soccer. Today's opponent, the Swiss. The Swiss, who are coming off of a pretty impressive campaign at the European Championship, introducing Canada, a team that will play in a 4-4-2 and then in possession morph more into a 3-5-2. Schertenleib, Carl defending again. Schertenleib reverses, cross the face of goal. No one's there to top it in on the first attempt. What a ball, it's gonna sit for Sonis, a chance at the do-over. No, that's not a replay from 20 minutes ago. Can't punish Switzerland.
You are in the game. You have created some really positive moments. We're pressing really well at times. And just can't keep it. We've got 45 minutes. Let's start right. We don't put ourselves under pressure. Recognise where and when to play.
This is not going to help them though. Sonis! It's an historic victory for Pia Sundhaga's Switzerland. Defeating and shutting out Canada by a 1-0 through Alaya Pilgrim in the first half.
Going down here.
I think the NSL is super important, especially for young players. I think it just opens another opportunity, opens another door for young Canadian players, and I'm really excited for all of them, the next generation, that get that chance. Obviously, there's going to be personal accolades along the way for people on a winning team, but I think winning the Supporters' Shield and hopefully doing really well in the playoffs are the two things that matter the most to me. So I'm just really proud of our team's growth. I think I hold myself to a pretty high standard every time I'm here, every time I play really, whether that's with AFC Toronto or with the national team. We've played a lot of really great competition recently, and I think that's something that us as players really want. We want to test ourselves against top competition going into some very important years here in the next couple years. So we are okay with, not having every result go our way, but we're not okay with not fighting until the end and bringing our Canadian identity. So I think that's something that really has resonated with me that Casey's mentioned in the last couple camps, that grit that is always very inherently Canadian.
Gabby, Julia, Tree, Jessie.
You know, we talk a lot about the players who have come before us and how much they've done to improve women's football in Canada, how, you know, they were trailblazers for us and have given us each and every opportunity that we have today. And I think that the biggest way that we can say thank you to them is in our wins.
Okay, let's go. No, what is it? No. Should have run.
I think that the move to City has tested me massively. I think that being with this group has helped that transition a lot, playing at the international level and kind of having a taste of what my life now looks like day in and day out made the transition a little bit easier. Having such big injuries forces players who aren't used to certain positions to step up and to fill those roles. Like you said, having Keish and Vanessa out for extended periods of time obviously does hurt the team, but it also provides great opportunities for younger players like myself to step up and to really show what they can do. Being a part of the leadership group on this team has forced me to kind of take more responsibility, and I think that's something that I'm now able to show on the pitch. I think not only in terms of communication, but also, you know, holding the team to the standard that we know that we can be. It's also really exciting to see what this team is going to evolve into and become. Casey is igniting this new spark in the team, a new energy, one that's a lot more attacking focused. I think having players like Olivia Smith, who are going on record-breaking transfers and playing for some of the top teams in the world, is so exciting for this team and so exciting for the future of this team.
Keep it going, guys. Okay? I love that block.
That ball
is
cold.
I know.
Full leg pop with that.
Oh no, I know we have our team.
Lessons from the other night, to start on the fire, alright, in terms of speed of play. First 10 minutes, if you have to turn them, let's turn them, okay? Get in behind their back line. So Dream, Jordan, think about that first 10. Then we get control of the game. Win duels, win your individual battles, look after your quality on the ball. I'm going to ask you tonight to be brave. Be brave on the ball. If you make a mistake, so what? Get back on it. Start showing for each other. Don't go hiding. We need every single player off the ball to show. One short, one beyond. We make wide overloads. Think back defensively when we are going to win it. We turn it over, we're going to win it. Defend our box. We block shots, we block crosses, we stick together. Momentum's for us, we turn the screw. Against us, we stay compact, we're hard to beat.
Good afternoon, Canada, and welcome inside the Holford Stadion, about 12 kilometers away from the Netherlands-Germany border, in the eastern corner of this great footballing nation. for an opening goal. They look the more likely nation to find it. Excellent touch around. Back post! This time Canada's punished.
Listen, we can't keep letting ourselves down technically the way we are. At this level, it is not good enough. Take care of the ball. Details, execution. Don't let them have the ball off you. We're better than we've been in that 45 minutes. Much better. Right, so let's hit the midfield, right? Let's get our possession. Be braver. Move the ball quickly. 1 and 2 touch. It's a quick pitch. Get it moving. Get it moving. You've got to get your feet moving.
That looked like it was dipping surely beneath the crossbar. Well, it is a repeat of something Canada hasn't seen in well over half a decade. 3 losses on the bounce and just a second ever defeat at the hands of the Dutch.
Not good enough in many aspects from us tonight. I think we let ourselves down technically, turned the ball over too many times, first touches, passes, decision making. But we took these games on for a reason. So I'm not going to go into panic mode. We're in a difficult moment. We're going to struggle for a little while whilst we try to get things right. No one wants to lose, certainly not me, not the team. But we have to improve.